entertainment is the green zone, which can be found on the screens in front of you. From the greenery of my home to the vast mysteries of the great outdoors, there's so much in this natural world to explore. And if you have something green to share, let me know in the comments below.
Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to the HeyEunziverse. It's been a while, but I'm back with a rose garden tour for 2023, plus some extra flowers that are blooming. There are quite a few roses that weren't filmed because they didn't have blooms yet, and many I couldn't ID because they were planted before my family moved in. But I've added as much information as I could. Starting in the front yard, there are going to be a total of 8 roses. Gold Glow, which hasn't bloomed yet, and Lion King are 2 new varieties that were added to a side bed that leads to our front door. So in that section, in addition to a mini yellow rose that was already there are 3 yellow roses. Right outside our big front window, we'll have a total of 5 roses. From right to left, we have a pink floribunda that we got from Sam's Club as a starter stem. It was supposed to be a lavender floribunda, but when we grew it out, it was definitely very pink. Second is a massive white rose that blooms constantly throughout the blooming season. Third is a really short, sad, sunset-colored rose that I've been rehabbing. Our guess is that the gardeners we used to have cut it back too severely too often and it never had the chance to grow properly. After that gardener retired, we do all the gardening ourselves, and since I'm paying extra attention to it, it's slowly getting better. Fourth is currently an empty spot that I'll address in a moment, and fifth is another very pink rose. In that empty spot, we'll be planting a life of the party rose that is chilling in our backyard, still in its nursery pot. It easily became one of my favorites because it comes in a buttery yellow, then fades to a lavender pink color as the blooms age. High fragrance was the biggest feature that I was looking for when we were shopping for a rose to put in that empty spot, and Life of the Party did not disappoint. I was extremely happy to find that it was indeed as fragrant as people described, and to me, the blooms smell like a lemon candy. Moving to the backyard, there are 2 large potted roses. One that I believe is Grimaldi, which we got last year, but I didn't keep the tag so I'm not 100% sure. And the other is a Don Juan that we picked up this year. In this side planter, there are a total of 10 roses, 9 of which are planted in the ground and 1 mini rose that we kept in a pot for now. Only 2 were added recently by us, and the rest were chosen by the previous homeowners. Just to give you a heads up, they really loved pink. From left to right, the first is a large light pink rose. Second is another very pink rose, similar to the very pink roses in the front yard. Third is what I believe to be Paradise, another favorite of mine that starts lavender and then the edges turn hot pink. Fourth is Tropicana, one that we added last year and is the most intense neon orange. Fifth is a dark magenta rose. Sixth is a dark fuchsia rose, and seventh is a hot pink rose. These two bushes are by far the healthiest in this row and are quite similar in color, but I threw in some swatches to show the subtle difference the best I could. One is definitely deeper and darker than the other in terms of color. Eighth is a true red rose that was also nearly dead but came back really strong this year, and I was really thankful for that because it's also another one of my favorites. Ninth is Sweet Sunblaze, which is the newest addition to our rose collection, and it's the mini rose that we decided to keep in a pot. And last but not least, our 10th rose is a peachy pink color. Shifting to the back planter, which is the last section, there are 3 roses. The first is a dark magenta or purple color. Next to that is a yellow rose, and in the third spot is a dark red rose. These back planter roses are by far the healthiest and most prolific bloomers out of all the roses that we have, and I absolutely love the color combination of the 3. It's unexpected and bold, yet it works really well, and it gives the most magnificent show every year for quite a long time. I really wish I knew the varieties, but they were also here before we moved in. The purple bush was rather weak and definitely a lot smaller, but due to the amount of rain this year and the increased care I've been giving it, it's finally catching up to the yellow and red bushes in terms of size and the amount of blooms. These clips that I've taken were over the course of a month, and many of the blooms lasted at least 2 weeks if not longer. I believe they are all repeat bloomers, so I'm expecting more flushes over the summer. Considering that rose blooming season is usually May through October, I can't believe it already looks this amazing and we're just getting started. A quick shout out to my mom who has been arranging our blooms in the cutest way. And that brings us to the grand finale, where I show off the other blooms that have been popping off throughout our garden. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your patience. I'm back on a regularly programmed schedule, so I will catch you in another video very soon.
As we come in for a landing, Carnia and I hope you had as much fun as we did on today's adventure. Until next launch, let's stay connected.